a city that glows under the golden kiss of morning light, where bicycles hum like poetry on cobblestone streets and canals mirror the sky in silent grace. This is Amsterdam, a city where beauty feels effortless and life moves in rhythm with the water. Here, love is casual but deep, freedom is quiet but powerful, and simplicity is not a trend, it's a way of being. Imagine women cycling to work in elegant coats, their hair flowing in the breeze. Imagine cafes filled with laughter, tulips on every table, and the scent of fresh waffles drifting through narrow streets. And beyond all this charm lies a philosophy, a belief that happiness is found not in excess but in balance. Join us as we explore the most beautiful, strange, and inspiring facts about Amsterdam, the land of extremely beautiful women and simple life, in today's cinematic travel documentary. Country Overview, 180 words. Amsterdam, the beating heart of the Netherlands, a country shaped by wind, water, and wisdom. Built on reclaimed land, this city floats on over 1,200 bridges and a network of canals that shimmer beneath 17th-century townhouses. Home to just under 1 million people, Amsterdam feels both grand and intimate, a city of freedom, tolerance, and creativity. It's where Van Gogh painted his dreams, where Anne Frank wrote her diary, and where modern life coexists peacefully with centuries of history. The climate? Mild with gentle rains that make everything green. The people? Open-minded, confident, and quietly proud. It's a city of contrasts. Bicycles and Bentleys are tulips and technology, simplicity and sophistication. But above all, Amsterdam is about the art of living well, not loudly, but beautifully. The city where everyone rides. If there's one sound that defines Amsterdam, it's the soft click of a bicycle chain. There are more bikes here than people, over 800,000 of them, gliding gracefully through the streets like a moving river of color. Cycling isn't just transport, it's identity. From CEOs to students, everyone pedals, rain or shine, skirts or suits. No one thinks twice. The bike lanes are sacred, the flow is smooth, and the city is designed for motion, not chaos. What's beautiful is how it keeps life human. You see faces, not windshields. You feel the air, not the hum of engines. You slow down, yet somehow move faster. It's simplicity in motion, a daily meditation disguised as a commute. Would you trade your car for a bicycle if every street looked like Amsterdam? 2. Where beauty meets simplicity. Amsterdam women are known around the world for their natural elegance. But it's not about glamour, it's about effortless confidence. They wear minimal makeup, ride through rain with wind-tousled hair, and smile without posing. Their beauty comes from authenticity, a balance of independence, kindness, and calm. Here, equality isn't a discussion, it's a norm. Women study, work, travel, and live freely. They value experience over status and quality over quantity. That's the secret. They don't try to impress the world, they simply live well, and somehow that's what makes them unforgettable. Which kind of beauty do you admire more, natural or glamorous? Comment below. 3. The floating city of freedom, Amsterdam, is a city built not just on canals but on the courage to live differently. Centuries ago, when Europe was strict and closed-minded, Amsterdam opened its arms to thinkers, artists, and dreamers. It became a refuge for the free. A city where being yourself was not just accepted but celebrated. That legacy lives on today. Whether it's art that challenges lifestyles that differ or ideas that push boundaries, Amsterdam welcomes it all. Freedom here is quiet, not rebellious. It's in the smile of two people holding hands by a canal, in the laughter of artists painting in the open air, in the calm assurance that life is yours to live, on your own terms. 4. The cafes of connection forget rushing. In Amsterdam, coffee is never just coffee, as it's a pause, a conversation, a moment. Tiny cafes line every canal, their windows fogged from the warmth inside. People sit for hours, reading, talking, reflecting. The smell of espresso mixes with the sound of rain tapping the glass. Each cafe feels personal, each cup a story. Locals don't scroll, they connect. They don't rush through life, they sip it. It's in these moments that Amsterdam reveals its quiet magic. Not in monuments, but in the art of slowing down. Would you spend an afternoon here, just watching the world drift by? 3. Culture, people, and the Dutch way of life. Amsterdam isn't just a city of canals and bikes. It's a city of people who live intentionally. The Dutch are famously pragmatic, yet deeply artistic. They value honesty, equality, and freedom, not as ideals on paper, but as daily practices. In neighborhoods like Jordan, narrow streets hum with life, families walking their dogs, artists painting in sunlit courtyards, and neighbors greeting each other with genuine smiles. Here, community matters more than appearances, and happiness isn't measured by wealth, but by connection, simplicity, and balance. Even city planning reflects this ethos. Streets are designed for humans, not cars. Public spaces are green, inviting, and walkable. Bikes glide past historic houses, reminding visitors that life can be efficient, beautiful, and environmentally conscious all at once. This is the city that teaches through living. Beauty is simple, joy is intentional, and freedom is a daily practice. 4. Tulips, markets, and the colors of life. No image of Amsterdam is complete without its tulips. Vibrant, joyful, and fleeting, much like the city's own moments of perfection. From Bloemenmarkt, the floating flower market on the single canal, to fields that bloom explosively in spring, tulips are everywhere, coloring the city like living poetry. But it's more than aesthetics. Tulips reflect a culture that appreciates nature, cycles, and ephemeral beauty. Local markets overflow with cheese, fresh bread, and seasonal produce. Families stroll together, sampling flavors that have been perfected over centuries. There's a rhythm here, slow, deliberate, yet alive, a quiet celebration of everyday life. And in this city of colors, canals, and simple joys, Amsterdam shows that the most beautiful life isn't in luxury or spectacle, but in the daily practice of noticing, tasting, and savoring each moment. 5. The bicycles of Amsterdam, a way of life. If there's one thing that defines Amsterdam beyond its canals, it's the bicycle. With over 800,000 bikes, more than the city's population, cycling isn't just a mode of transport here, it's a cultural identity. People bike everywhere, to work, to school, on dates, even while holding an umbrella in the rain. You'll see elegant women pedaling gracefully in skirts and heels, businessmen in suits, and parents balancing toddlers on bike seats with ease. Cycling is freedom in its purest form, silent, healthy, and connected to the rhythm of the city. The soft whir of wheels across cobblestones becomes Amsterdam's heartbeat, reminding everyone that life moves best when it's simple, natural, and balanced. 6 of the Dutch homes, windows that tell stories. Stroll along the canals at night, and you'll notice something curious. The windows of Amsterdam homes are rarely covered. Curtains are left open, lights glowing softly inside, revealing cozy living rooms filled with books, art, and plants. It's not about showing off, it's about transparency, a value deeply rooted in Dutch culture. People here have nothing to hide. There's beauty in openness, honesty, and trust. Each home seems to tell its own quiet story of minimalist design, warm lighting, and a love for detail. The Dutch have perfected the art of creating comfort without clutter, and in doing so they turn simplicity into elegance. 7. The water that protects and defines Amsterdam was born from water, and has battled it ever since. The Dutch turned danger into design, engineering one of the most sophisticated flood control systems in the world. The canals that now charm visitors were once defences, tools of survival against the sea. Even today, the city stands as a testament to human ingenuity, reminding the world that with resilience and creativity, nature can be partnered with, not conquered. This relationship with water is symbolic of Dutch life itself, calm, adaptable, and always in flow. 8. Art, music, and the creative spirit. Amsterdam has long been a sanctuary for dreamers, thinkers, and creators. It's the city of Rembrandt, Van Gogh, and modern visionaries who fill its galleries, studios, and jazz bars with unending creativity. Art here is not confined to museums. It spills into the streets, the murals, the fashion, the design of every cafe and canal bridge. You'll feel it in the rhythm of live street musicians, in the brushstrokes of history, and in the open expression of individuality that defines Dutch freedom. To walk through Amsterdam is to walk through centuries of art still alive, where beauty is not preserved behind glass, but lived every single day. Perfect. Continuing with Section 4, Facts, 12, of your Amsterdam documentary. 9 to the hidden courtyards and secret gardens. Beyond the busy canals and bustling streets, Amsterdam hides quiet sanctuaries, small courtyards and gardens tucked between historic buildings. These spaces are oases of calm where locals sip coffee, read, or practice mindfulness. Ivy climbs brick walls, birds sing in hidden corners, and sunlight filters through narrow openings, creating a peaceful retreat from the city's energy. It's a reminder that Amsterdam thrives not only in public spectacle, but in subtle intimacy, in spaces that invite reflection, creativity, and simple living. Would you explore one of these hidden gardens if you stumbled upon it? 10. Have the love for coffee and conversation. In Amsterdam, cafes are more than places to drink coffee. They are cultural institutions. Locals linger over cups of rich espresso or milky cappuccino, talking, reading, or watching the world pass. Cafes line almost every street, with tables spilling onto canals and terraces filled with laughter. Coffee culture reflects the Dutch approach to life, calm, intentional, and full of connection. Here, time slows, allowing people to savor the moment, a philosophy that defines the city's simple, fulfilling lifestyle. 11 festivals that celebrate life. Amsterdam loves to celebrate, often and with joy. From King's Day, a citywide orange extravaganza, to Amsterdam Light Festival, where canals glow with installations, the city comes alive with color and sound. These festivals are more than entertainment. They reflect the Dutch love for freedom, creativity, and community. Streets fill with music, laughter, and dancing, and locals invite visitors to join in the collective celebration of life. It's a culture that honors joy, art, and togetherness in ways both spectacular and deeply human. 12. The canals at night, a city transformed. As twilight descends, Amsterdam transforms. Streetlights glow along cobblestone paths, and the reflections on the canals shimmer like liquid gold. Boats drift silently, cyclists pedal past, and cafes glow softly in the distance. The city is quieter, yet every moment feels more vivid. Nighttime in Amsterdam is cinematic, a living painting that captures the harmony of history, water, and modern life. It's here that the city's soul, serene, beautiful, and simple, reveals itself fully. Would you take an evening canal ride through this magical city? 9. The hidden courtyards and secret gardens. Beyond the busy canals and bustling streets, Amsterdam hides quiet sanctuaries, small courtyards and gardens tucked between historic buildings. These spaces are oases of calm where locals sip coffee, read, or practice mindfulness. Ivy climbs brick walls, birds sing in hidden corners, and sunlight filters through narrow openings, creating a peaceful retreat from the city's energy. It's a reminder that Amsterdam thrives not only in public spectacle, but in subtle intimacy, in spaces that invite reflection, creativity, and simple living. Would you explore one of these hidden gardens if you stumbled upon it? 10. The love for coffee and conversation. In Amsterdam, cafes are more than places to drink coffee. They are cultural institutions. Locals linger over cups of rich espresso or milky cappuccino, talking, reading, or watching the world pass. Cafes line almost every street with tables spilling onto canals and terraces filled with laughter. Coffee culture reflects the Dutch approach to life, calm, intentional, and full of connection. Here, time slows, allowing people to savor the moment, a philosophy that defines the city's simple, fulfilling lifestyle. 11 festivals that celebrate life. Amsterdam loves to celebrate, often and with joy. From King's Day, a citywide orange extravaganza, to Amsterdam Light Festival, where canals glow with installations, the city comes alive with color and sound. These festivals are more than entertainment. They reflect the Dutch love for freedom, creativity, and community. Streets fill with music, laughter, and dancing, and locals invite visitors to join in the collective celebration of life. It's a culture that honors joy, art, and togetherness in ways both spectacular and deeply human. Restore the canals at night, a city transformed. As twilight descends, Amsterdam transforms. Streetlights glow along cobblestone paths, and the reflections on the canals shimmer like liquid gold. Boats drift silently, cyclists pedal past, and cafes glow softly in the distance. The city is quieter, yet every moment feels more vivid. Nighttime in Amsterdam is cinematic, a living painting that captures the harmony of history, water, and modern life. It's here that the city's soul, serene, beautiful, and simple, reveals itself fully. Would you take an evening canal ride through this magical city? 13 Dutch cuisine, simple yet flavorful. Amsterdam's food culture mirrors its lifestyle, simple, honest, and satisfying. Local favorites like stroopwafels, thin caramel-filled waffles, and raw herring eaten with onions tell stories of history, trade, and tradition. Small cafes serve hearty sandwiches, cheeses, and soups that reflect the Dutch love for fresh, wholesome ingredients. Meals are shared, not rushed, emphasizing connection over extravagance. Eating here isn't just about sustenance. It's about appreciating flavor, seasonality, and simplicity. Every bite feels intentional, reflecting the city's ethos. Pleasure in life doesn't require excess. 14 markets that capture the heart of the city. From Albert Kuip Market to Noordermarkt, Amsterdam's street markets are alive with colors, scents, and sounds. Fresh flowers, cheeses, breads, and local crafts fill stalls, offering a sensory experience like no other. Locals haggle with good humor, friends meet for lunch at tiny stands, and musicians play in the corners. Markets are a social hub, a place to connect, explore, and taste the city's vibrancy. They are not just commerce, they are storytelling, history, and culture folded into a single, lively space. 15 museums. Where history lives, Amsterdam is home to world-class museums that hold centuries of art, history, and culture. From Rijksmuseum to the Van Gogh Museum, each gallery tells a story about the people, the city, and the world. But museums here are not just for tourists. Locals visit frequently, appreciating the preservation of creativity and memory. Walking through these halls, you feel a connection across generations, a sense that Amsterdam honors its past while embracing the present. 16. The Dutch love for biking. Beyond the city, while biking is essential in Amsterdam, the Dutch also pedal into the countryside, to tulip fields, windmills, and riverside villages. Cycling here is more than exercise, it's freedom, health, and mindfulness. You move at your own pace, surrounded by nature and history, experiencing the simple pleasure of the ride. The countryside reveals a side of Dutch life rarely captured in postcards. Serene, slow, and deeply connected to the land. Would you cycle through tulip fields and windmills if you visited the Netherlands? Perfect. Here's Section 6 Facts, or 17, 20, seat, cost of living, cuisine, and outro for your Amsterdam documentary. Is 17 tulip fields nature's masterpiece? Spring in the Netherlands transforms the countryside into an explosion of color. Endless fields of tulips stretch as far as the eye can see, red, yellow, purple, and pink, waving gently in the wind. The Keukenhof Gardens, often called the Garden of Europe, showcases these blooms in perfect harmony, attracting visitors worldwide. But even outside the gardens, the countryside offers a serene, immersive experience. Tulips are more than flowers here. They're symbols of life's fleeting beauty, patience, and careful cultivation. Cycling through the rows of blooms, you feel the Netherlands' devotion to balance, aesthetics, and nature's rhythm. Would you take a bike ride through these colorful fields? 18. Amsterdam's coffee shops. Culture, not just cannabis. Amsterdam is famous for its coffee shops, but these spaces are more than just places to smoke. They are hubs of culture, conversation, and relaxation. Inside, the air smells of rich coffee and pastries, the walls covered in art and local photography. People read, talk, or simply observe the ebb and flow of life. The coffee shop culture reflects Amsterdam's broader philosophy: freedom with responsibility, enjoyment without excess. It's about creating spaces where people can relax, connect, and explore life on their own terms. 19. Festivals and the celebration of life. Amsterdam loves to celebrate, openly and with joy. King's Day floods the streets with orange, music, and dancing. Amsterdam Light Festival turns canals into glowing art galleries, Pride. Amsterdam celebrates love and equality with parades and fireworks. Each festival reinforces the city's values: freedom, inclusivity, creativity, and simplicity. They are moments where tradition and modernity dance together, inviting both locals and visitors to take part in the city's heartbeat. 20. The simple life: peace, freedom, and happiness. Ultimately, Amsterdam is a city that teaches the art of simple living. People prioritize experiences over possessions, nature over noise, and human connection over status. From morning coffee along the canals to evening walks under softly lit bridges, life here encourages mindfulness, presence, and gratitude. The beauty of Amsterdam isn't only in its architecture, art, or canals. It's in the way people live, breathe, and connect with each other. Here, women and men alike embody natural elegance and authenticity. Life is celebrated quietly, simply, beautifully, a gentle reminder that the most extraordinary lives are often the most understated. Cost of living and lifestyle. Amsterdam combines modern comfort with manageable costs, though Europe's charm comes at a price. Rent. A one-bedroom apartment in the city centre costs around $800 per month. Outside the centre, $300 Groceries, expect $350 per month per person for basic fresh food. Transportation, biking is free once you have a bike. Public transport costs $100 monthly. Healthcare, mandatory insurance averages $100 or $120 per month with high-quality service. Dining out, simple meals cost 10 €15s, cafes 507 for coffee and pastries. Life is efficient, comfortable and balanced, a perfect fit for those seeking simplicity with modern convenience. Would you move here for a simple yet vibrant life? Type 1 for yes, 0 for no. Cuisine and food culture. Amsterdam's food mirrors its philosophy, simple, honest and flavorful. Stroopwafels, thin waffles filled with caramel syrup, best enjoyed warm. Herring, raw herring eaten with onions, a local ritual. Cheese, Gouda and Edam varieties are celebrated at markets and cafes. Poffertjes, mini pancakes dusted with powdered sugar, a street food delight. Dutch pancakes, large, savoury or sweet, enjoyed slowly in cosy eateries. Food here is shared, savoured, and paired with conversation, laughter and calm, reflecting the Dutch love of life's simple pleasures. As the sun sets over the canals, the reflections of gabled houses dance on the water's surface. Boats glide silently, bikes hum past, and the city exhales in quiet elegance. Amsterdam is a city where beauty is effortless, freedom is cherished, and simplicity is celebrated. Every street, every cafe, every flower market reminds us that the most fulfilling life isn't loud or lavish. It's balanced, intentional, and full of human connection. Here, life is not rushed. It is observed, appreciated, and lived fully. It's a city of natural beauty, cultural richness, and profound simplicity, a place where you can truly pause, breathe, and feel alive. We hope this gave you a fresh perspective on Amsterdam. Like, comment, and subscribe for more journeys. See you in the next video.